Yes, my dear students of 10th standard, already we have discussed choose the best answer from Unit 8 periodic classification of elements. Now we are going to revise the short answers. There are few short answers given in the textbook evaluation. Also, there are so many questions inside the book. So you have to revise and get ready for the next test. Now, in page number 122, there are 4 short answers. First one, A is a reddish brown metal which combined with O2 oxygen at less than 1370 Kelvin gives B, a black colored compound. At a temperature greater than 1370 Kelvin, A gives C which is red in color. Find A, B and C with the reaction. First you have to understand A is a reddish brown metal. Which is reddish brown metal? That is copper. Copper is reddish brown metal. And already learned that aluminum is it is going to be a white silvery metal, and the copper is reddish brown metal, and iron is a lustrous metal. And so A is copper. Then which is going to react with the oxygen. That it is given in page number 117. I can move to 117. See here it is given, that is action of heat, second reaction. On heating at different temperatures in the presence of oxygen, copper forms 2 types of oxide, copper 2 oxide, copper 1 oxide. CuO, that is copper 2 oxide, Cu2O, copper 1 oxide. The first one, see, 2 units of copper burn in presence of oxygen, that going to give copper 2 oxide below 1370 Kelvin. Copper 2 oxide which is black in color. Sometimes this will be asked which is the color of copper 2 oxide or copper 1 oxide. Copper 2 oxide, that is CuO, is black in color. At the same time, the copper react with oxygen above 1370 Kelvin gives copper 1 oxide Cu2O, that is red in color. So you have to understand simple reaction. A reddish brown metal is copper, and the reaction below 1370 Kelvin gives copper 2 oxide which is black in color, and above 1370 Kelvin which give copper 1 oxide which is red in color. Then next question, and you can see what is the question here. It is given, they asked to find out what is A, B and C. A is copper, B is copper 2 oxide, CuO. Then C is copper 1 oxide, Cu2O. So you have to write separately. A is copper, B is copper 2 oxide, CuO. C is copper 1 oxide, Cu2O. Then next question, that is second question. A is silvery. A is a silvery white metal. Silvery white metal is nothing but aluminium. Silvery white metal is aluminium. A combined with oxygen to form B at 800 degrees Celsius. The alloy of A is used in making aircraft. Find A and B. So A already, from the statement itself we can understand the silvery white metal is nothing but aluminium. So A is aluminium. So what reaction take place when aluminium react with oxygen at 800 degrees Celsius? That you have to learn. That you have to come to the topic of aluminium. the aluminium burn, that is page number 115, the chemical properties of aluminium. First one, that is reaction with air. It is not affected by dry air. On heating at 800 degrees Celsius, aluminium burns very brightly, forming its oxide and nitride. So an aluminium but here we are going to uh, write only the first reaction because it's only asked in the question. So 4 moles of aluminium react with 3 moles of oxygen to give 2 moles of aluminium oxide, Al2O3, aluminium oxide. That is the reaction we are going to concentrate because of the question is asked like that. So 4Al plus 3O2 gives 2Al2O3, aluminium oxide. So what is B? B is nothing but aluminium oxide, Al2O3. At the same time, the similar kind of reaction take place when aluminium react with nitrogen. Aluminium react with nitrogen, that is ALN, aluminium nitride. Aluminium nitride will be formed. That is not in the question. They have to learn sometime it will be asked. So what is the reaction take place when aluminium react with oxygen at 800 degrees Celsius? Aluminium oxide is formed. Similarly, aluminium react with the nitrogen, aluminium nitride also form at 800 degrees Celsius. So A is aluminium, B is aluminium oxide, Al2O3. Then next question, that is in the topic of iron, that is what is rust? What is rust? Third question, what is rust? Is the equation for formation of rust. So rust is nothing but this is the destruction of iron when contact with the oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. That is a corrosion. That is a hydrated ferric oxide. Hydrated ferric oxide. It is given in page number, the chemical properties, page number 118. Chemical properties, second point, reaction with moisture. When iron is exposed to moisture, it forms a layer of brown hydrated ferric oxide on its surface. So rust is hydrated ferric oxide. This compound is known as rust, and the phenomenon of formation of rust is known as rusting. So the hydrated ferric oxide form when iron is exposed to moisture. So it's going to get contact with the air, carbon dioxide, and it gives hydrated ferric oxide. A brownish layer is formed on the surface of the iron. So this is hydrated ferric oxide, and the formation, this process is called rusting. The process is called rusting. What is the equation? You can see 4Fe plus 3 oxygen and XH2O. X depends upon the presence of moisture. So XH2O gives 2Fe2O3 XH2O. So the reaction takes place depends upon the presence of moisture, contact of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So sometime when moisture is more, the reaction will be faster. The moisture is minimized when the reaction is slower. That's why it is given X. So that is what is the question? Give the equation. So this equation you have to write 4Fe plus 3O2 plus XH2O gives 2Fe2O3 XH2O. That is rust. That is rust. The chemical name is hydrated ferric oxide. The phenomenon is called rusting. Phenomenon is rusting. Then one more question here. Fourth question, that is state 2 conditions necessary for rusting of iron. What is the condition? So conditions are nothing but that is the presence of water and oxygen. So this is very important. Moisture is important. Oxygen is important. essential for the rusting of iron. And also the impurities present in the iron, the presence of water, vapor, acid, salt, carbon dioxide, this is also going to increase the process of rusting. And normally pure iron does not rust in dry air. Pure iron does not rust in dry air and carbon dioxide. It also does not rust in pure water free from dissolved salt. So rusting will not take place in pure iron. Also rusting will not take place in that is pure water, in pure, because it's not contain any dissolved salt. So what are the essential elements? The essential elements are moisture or water, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So these are the things you have to write. And also the presence of acid, salt contained in the water. So two conditions necessary for rusting: presence of moisture, presence of oxygen. Presence of oxygen. Also you can write presence of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. So for these four questions you have to prepare answer. Also there are so many questions inside the lesson, and each and every page contains so many short answers. So you have to revise thoroughly, prepare well, and get ready for the next test. Thank you. God bless you.